Hey guys, welcome to Make It Dairy Free. I am Larisha.
I am Andrew, and today we are taste testing Daring Chicken brand, or Not So Chicken. It is a plant-based chicken, but ultimately check this clip out where we were shook. We were scared. We had no idea what we were trying, and honestly, I'm excited because after you see this clip, you'll see why.
All right, ready? This looks so weird.
Yeah.
Go. I stopped chewing because I want to be sure this is vegan.
You don't say vegan?
All right, so now that you have seen this clip, then hopefully you are looking forward to this video.
Yeah.
We headed over to Sprouts and we got the other flavors. Crazy enough, I swear every single time we do a taste test video, we'll find out, or if something is released the very next week that is supposed to be in that taste test video. So we did a vegan chicken nugget taste test, and then a week later we found out that our Sprouts now carries Daring's breaded vegan chicken.
Yep.
It happens every single time, like a new mac and cheese will get released, or a new cream cheese will get released. Whatever taste test we do, it happened with the yogurt video that we came out with their dairy-free line the week after we did our yogurt taste test. It's just inevitable. So
yeah.
Whenever we do a taste test the next week, look forward to new products coming out because it just seems to happen. But we went to Sprouts. We got the 3 other flavors of Daring chicken, and we are going to taste each one of them today. They have the original and 2 flavors of their grilled vegan chicken.
Yep.
And then they have a breaded one. So we have all 4 here today, and we are going to show you guys what we think of every single one. Are you excited?
Excited is like an understatement. What's a synonym or something that goes a little higher than excited?
Overjoyed.
That just doesn't say it for me. I don't know. It just doesn't do
Ecstatic.
it. Yeah. All right, yeah. Now we're getting there.
Okay.
We're getting there. Yeah.
That's where you are, though.
Yeah, I'm like straight up. I'm like, I don't know, like my heart beating in my chest. I can feel it. And then boom, boom. It's like, yo, what's up?
Do you think you're gonna be disappointed?
No, and the reason why is because like what it seems like from the bags that we're looking at, like they look like the same thing, just seasoned.
Right.
For the most part, you know what I mean? So unless for some reason they were just like, let me create a whole different animal in this bag. Man, that's just a bad.
Ooh, that's a bad analogy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Let me create a whole different chicken in this bag than this bag. Then you know. Although an animal kind of fits, right? Because it's supposed to be. I guess it doesn't.
All right, so we are starting with the original grilled, I guess. This is the one that we tried.
Did you say original?
I said original.
Oh, okay. I think I missed that.
You can laugh when you replay it to edit. This is the one that we tried in the taste test video that we were kind of shook on.
Yeah.
We were so
100%.
surprised. So just in case you haven't seen that video, this is the original Daring pieces. It's basically like a plain grilled chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as this one goes, it contains soy, but no other top allergens. And we just really love the simplicity of the ingredient list on these.
Yep.
This one in particular it's literally soy, water, sunflower oil, salt, natural flavoring, spices, and that's it.
Although natural flavoring could mean a lot of things.
But it's vegan natural flavoring.
My point is that it's nice, the simplicity, but natural flavoring, you don't quite know what goes into that.
And so it is non-GMO, it is palm oil free, it is high in fiber, 0 cholesterol. And I liked this little tidbit here. It says Daring is not a substitute, it's a step up.
Nice.
So I feel like it's gonna be a little different. We're tasting it. You know, we haven't tasted, 10 other chickens, like vegan chicken ahead of it. So like, were we really shook? Is it really that good? Or were we just surprised that day? I don't know.
What I want to say first is like the the sheer look of this is scary.
Right. Like it even has like the crispy skin.
Yes.
Like
you can hear it. You can hear it crackling. Hold on, be quiet and do it like it's close to it. Can you hear that? Like,
yeah.
Isn't that
it's
insane?
Juicy.
Yeah.
Like it's just so weird.
It is.
Our mic is above us. If you guys were wondering why we're like holding the chicken in the air and squeezing it.
It's uncomfortable a bit.
All right, you ready? You're scaring yourself all over again?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
Go. It's just so weird. It is so weird, y'all. Okay, listen. Part of me, as a vegan, is just so happy that a company has nailed the texture so closely that I'm almost scared to eat this. Like it feels weird. Why are you not saying anything? Just looking crazy.
It's
so but the flavor is spot on.
It's
the
like
texture,
hypnotizing.
like everything.
It's I don't know. Like I'm really proud of this company right now. Like they did a really good job figuring this out.
I'm like, do y'all have like, are you guys planning to go public? Can we buy stock in you guys? Like they're gonna go.
This is like just how long have they been around? We need to
do some
figure this out.
research on the next. That'll be in the next clip.
Yeah, this is
It's crazy.
insane. Like I don't know what to say, but I can imagine that if you're new and or old vegan, tasting this is like it hits the spot. You're for sure like, you know what? I found my substitute or my step up, as Darren would say.
Yeah. All right, so let's try one of the flavors that we haven't tried and see if they're just as good.
Yeah, let's see how they do in terms of seasoning these other ones and see what happens. But we also have, a breaded one, right? So
yeah, they're all coming.
Can't wait till we get to that.
That's all. You're just looking forward to that one.
Well, I'm assuming the other ones are gonna taste just as good.
Right.
The flavoring is what I'm looking for on the other ones, but the breading one, I'm like, all right, well, that can compare to the nuggets.
You're just like,
that we
hurry
were
up
trying.
this video. Like.
All right, I'm just saying.
All right, come on, let's do another one.
All right, we're back with our next one. The next one is a lemon herb seasoning that's on this one. You could actually see that pretty good on the chicken, which is nice. Some things that I want to point out are the differences are just a little bit of seasoning on this one. You know what I really like about this is that they actually bold soy on this.
Right.
And then they bold it again as it contains.
There's no question that it's in there.
Yeah, they make it really easy to understand that, oh hey, there's something in here that you may be allergic to.
I mean, and again, like obviously we don't know what the natural flavors are, but beyond that, like I love the fact that I can pronounce every single ingredient on the package.
No, quite literally, like water, soy protein, sunflower oil, seasoning, oregano, thyme, garlic. Like everything is stuff that you use in your kitchen. Right. You know what I mean? There's nothing that you're, other than, soy protein concentrate, probably not something you have around all the time, but, everything is recognizable.
Right. Like you still recognize soy. Yeah.
No, that's pretty awesome. I wonder, does this say something different from the last one? I didn't get to read the last one.
No.
Okay.
And then we didn't mention in the last one is that it took 10 to 12 minutes with just a tiny bit of oil in a skillet and they were done. Like it wasn't anything complicated. Like you didn't have to do anything special. Like it was literally just cooking it up and done.
You know what's funny is, on the front they say 100% plant-based, but on the back it says 1,000% not chicken. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, let's try one of these.
All right.
I want to find one that has.
I want some crisp. I want some crisp on this.
I want to see the seasoning.
I started putting it in my mouth already.
Oh, go. Same texture.
Yeah, not over the top.
No, you're spitting food out. It's not overly lemon. I think that I always think when you have lemon stuff, right? Like there's a fine line between it tasting artificial.
Okay.
And like it's too much lemon, and there just being a hint. And you kind of want it somewhere in the middle. I don't get as much lemon as I was expecting to get. It's definitely more on the herby side of flavoring to me. I don't know if you would agree, but it's just like a hint of lemon.
Yeah, no. I think on savory dishes, it's really easy to go over the top with lemon. And I think that if you go personally on that scale that you gave, I think with savory dishes, if you go slightly lemon with a hint, or if you go slightly lemon, like really bold flavor, I think either one of them are fine. I think it comes to when it goes to like sweet things. I think sweet things, there's a lot of artificially made ones, so you associate it, like your taste buds associate it, like purple, for example, is like a really cough medicine kind of like taste. So grape. I said purple.
I was like, what are
you know what I was talking about.
No, at first I thought you were talking about purple carrot. Like, because we just did that video. What? I was so confused.
No, I'm talking about like the grape flavor.
You said purple.
Purple juice. Purple juice. What did Dave Chappelle say about grape juice? I forget. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What else?
I think like when we just did the that mac and cheese taste test, and there was that one how like it was over the top with the lemon, and it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
This you don't get that. Like it's just a perfect, like it's a really good balance. I would proportionally. I don't know what I was gonna say.
Huh?
I don't know.
You what?
I would prefer a slightly more lemon taste, personally.
I think something like
this. But I still
though,
like this.
I think something like this though, you could just squeeze an extra little lemon on there.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean, and be fine. I don't know. To me, I rather a lighter taste because you could always add. If it was a little heavier and you didn't like it, you can't take it away.
Right. No.
You know?
Yeah, I get that.
So I'm all about it because you can season this inside your skillet and then squeeze a little lemon in there, and then you'll be fine with that extra lemony taste you're looking for.
Yes.
Right.
I like it. All right, move on to the next one.
If we have to, I was just about to sit here and eat this Joan, but all right.
I just want a bowl of pasta right now to put it in.
I ain't mad at you.
All right. All right. This is the last of the grilled ones.
Why you saying grilled like this?
I don't know.
Huh? So you trying to say they ain't grill it?
So this is Cajun style. Again, it's all of the same things. They just changed up the seasoning that is inside of it. Same cooking process, 10 to 12 minutes in a skillet. You can definitely tell it's Cajun. It has an orange hue to it. We still got the 100% plant-based, 1000% not chicken.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Were you still reading it?
No.
I put it out the way. I was ready to taste.
No, we're good. Ready?
It's the opposite of chicken.
Do you think I'm gonna think this is spicy?
I don't know, but I'm kind of excited to see it.
All right,
I'm about to just not eat mine and watch you.
I want like a huge bowl now of like Cajun chicken Alfredo. I just want all
anything
pasta.
that you could put chicken in.
All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
Go. The texture, man, I can't get over it.
I'm a fan of that one.
It's really good.
I like the seasoning on that.
It's obviously for me, it has a kick.
It sounds like you can't breathe anymore. You all right?
I'm fine. It has a kick, but it's not overly spicy. Like, it's definitely more towards the end than.
There it is. Someone can't breathe.
Definitely.
Someone please call 911. You
You
right?
Are you done?
You good? Nah, I'm just.
Are you done? It's definitely the kick is towards the end instead of. I don't know why, but I want this like in a bowl of ramen now.
Okay.
I just want all of the pasta noodles and any type
like
of
where you
form.
going with this pasta? Like what the heck?
I just need some big bowl of comforting noodles with all of the daring chicken on top.
Oh gosh.
So what's your thought on this one?
I can eat this whole bag in one sitting. Like this is for real good. I don't know. I want to almost like, not necessarily tell people about it, but I want to like I want to prank somebody. I almost want to prank like my mom. Mom, don't watch this video. You watch like all my videos, don't watch this one. I want to prank her.
Okay, so 2 things. One, I was looking at this whole bag and I was like, where are the nutrition facts? I'm completely skipping over this whole bag. It's like right here. I'm like, I don't see it. How did they get away with not putting the nutrition facts on it?
Oh, yeah. It's like the only white thing on the back.
So it does say that this is 2.5 ounces is the serving size and 3 servings per container. But this bag was pretty filled up. Like we only cooked like 5 or 6 pieces, but I would say that there's still easily maybe 15 more in here. So it's a generous amount of chicken in there.
I think that would depend on the price.
I'll tell you that in the next one because I gotta remember what it was.
All right, well, I mean, you saying it's a generous amount. I don't know how generous you are without the money being involved.
Right. We did say in the beginning, listen, I don't care. This could be $15. This is worth every single penny of however much it is. It is spot on.
What could be $15? You saying
bag.
like one bag?
Yes.
Yeah, nah. No, it can't.
It's
nope.
not, but...
You had to go mow some lawns or something. You talking about some $15. Ain't nobody paying no $15. That's not happening.
We did say in the first one, like you asked where the story, or how long they have been around.
Yeah.
We did do a little bit of digging, and it appears that they launched in Scotland somewhere before 2015, 16-ish. It was kind of vague.
Okay.
But it looked like it launched in the US at the end of 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then they did a bunch of funding, it appeared, for the US in 2020. But down here it says that it's manufactured in the Netherlands. But look, it says it's packaged in Swedesboro, New Jersey. So we're in Jersey. So
nice.
We need to go visit the plant, maybe. Be like, hey, hi, how are you guys?
That's pretty cool.
But I thought that was cool.
That's awesome. And 2020 ain't give no one no love, so that probably could be why we didn't see.
Nobody knows about it.
Yeah, we had no idea these guys even existed, but we're really happy they're in the plant-based game because
2021 is their year.
Awesome. This is awesome. Yeah.
All right. Last but not least,
we moving on? Is that what's happening right now?
We are drum rolling, coming up into the breaded nugget. Why are you staring at me like that? You're not hyped?
Oh yeah, I'm real hyped.
So why are you being weird?
I was just watching you drum roll and all that. I wasn't really sure. You seemed like you was I thought something was gonna happen. You was about to cipher or something. Start kicking. You want me to beatbox for you?
Yeah.
Come on.
No, I just wanted them to hear you beatbox.
Come on, let's go. Like, what's up? You gonna start spitting?
Nope. That's not my ministry.
Whatever. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, last but not, or hopefully not the least.
Right.
The drum roll came out for this one, and it's the breaded daring pieces. And to be honest with you, I don't see nothing on here worth mentioning other than what it contains in terms of allergens. This one has wheat because of the breading.
Yep.
But outside of that, even with what we said before, actually that would have been a lie what I was just about to say. So I mean, there is some things on here that you won't normally use in your kitchen when it comes to the breading.
Right.
So that's something to point out. But other than that, nothing too kind of out of the norm, I should say.
I mean, like, even it's
still
just
recognizable from other bags like you would see on a Morning Star or one of those.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's just a technical name, like sodium bicarbonate. That's just baking soda.
Yeah.
But some of the other things, like sodium acid priophosphate, not really sure what that one is.
Monocalcium phosphate.
But for the most part, sugar, dextrose, still like a lot of canola oil, cream of tartar, like it's still all recognizable for the most part, much more than any other
spot. Yeah,
right.
For sure. I mean, if I had to count the ingredients, I don't recognize it's two.
Right.
And out of the list of that, again, it's still a very short list, but yeah. Out of the list, 2 is not that bad.
Right. For this one, it cooked at 400 degrees in the oven for 12 to 14 minutes. So again, super easy, you know, nothing complicated there as far as that goes.
Well, a couple things we didn't mention that I'd like to mention is also, it is really clear. Like I hate with a passion that you have to search labels for when you can enjoy something by or when it's gonna go bad.
Best by date.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, this is clear as day.
It is.
Like, there's a giant sticker right here on every one of the bags to basically say, and it's in a white spot to show you with black type to show you kind of when it's best by. Cause I hate searching. You gotta like look in between corners and stuff like that.
And it's the part like you ripped
off. Yeah, it's the worst. But other than that, I was gonna say this is recyclable.
Is it?
Yeah, this packaging here is recyclable, which isn't normal. So
Daring has thought of it all.
they that's awesome. It's for additional ways to cook. Okay, so they got a little one of the little QR reader things here too.
They had recipes on the website. So when I was looking on the website, they have like it tells you like, you know, use this in this recipe with like these other ingredients. So that was nice.
Yeah, that's cool. No, that's real cool. Give you some ideas. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about this thing?
I just want to try it.
It's non-GMO, so however they made it, it's pretty good.
Right.
All right.
And I think, sorry, just because you just said that, I think that it's important for them to note that because, like, to me, it's like, well, how did they get the texture so spot on? Well, okay, they must have used some GMO, genetically, you know, chemically engineered, printed meat or something. And, well, you hear about, like, that stuff now.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's literally, they've just hacked the code to soy protein, apparently.
Yeah. Another thing is these pieces, like, they're so uneven in, like, their size and everything. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing, to be honest with you. But I just think it's kind of funny to see and think that, like, when you dump this out, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and I do think that it's important to note that they call it original breaded pieces. They don't call it nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that's important to know. Like, it's not a nugget shape, but it doesn't say nugget. So.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
I'm gonna try it without a sauce first. We both have sauce here. I'm gonna try it without the sauce first.
That's okay. I'm gonna try a little one real quick now.
Okay. Even the like when you just pulled that apart, like the texture.
Yeah. It kind of breaks off like that.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go. I got this man over here dancing.
We might have a new nugget king in town.
You think so?
Yeah, I honestly do think there might be a new one. This is very, very competitive to the nuggets out there that are vegan. Let me add a little my sauce here.
This reminds me of like Popeyes or something. I don't know. What's your thought?
What more can I say about this nugget?
Do we need to compare them to Morningstar ones?
I don't.
Side by side.
If you feel that way, go ahead. I don't.
I think it's in a different league of its own. I don't know that it can be compared to the other ones.
Why? Why is that?
I don't, like, it's just so much better than all the other ones.
So what are you saying you need to compare for if you, what? You confusing me now. What would be there to compare then? What's there to compare? If it's in another league.
I would like a little bit more seasoning.
Then season it. Put some seasoning on it then.
No, it actually does say hit it with your favorite sauce and size.
Yeah, do what you got to.
No, I think when I think about, like, you know, Morningstar Alpha nugs, stuff like that, like, think about the nug one.
Okay.
And we said that the texture or the thinness of the nugs pretty much like held them back, right?
Okay.
But the seasoning on them was like spot on amazing.
Okay.
I would like a little bit more seasoning here, but the texture is just so far different from everything else out there that it's in like a different league, is what I'm saying.
So let me just make sure I got this right.
Okay.
So you trying to have your cake and eat it too?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, as long as everybody else know that's what's happening right now, then I think we good.
Okay, let me ask you this. If you were at a store and I told you this did cost $15.
Now I'll tell you get the hell out the store. I tell you go to a different store. I don't know what you're doing.
What if it's $10?
I don't care. I don't know the price of anything anyway. I don't go shopping, so.
Okay, so most.
I'm not allowed to go shopping. Just so you guys understand me, I would go shopping all day if I was allowed to, but I'm not allowed to go shopping. Just so you don't take that comment out of context.
You want to tell them why you can't go shopping?
Why do you always gotta say, do I want to tell them why?
Because I feel like somebody may want to know that answer.
I can't go shopping because I know how to be intuitive about the grocery list, okay? And interpret what we need. Interpret what we need in the grocery list that possibly gets it on there, but I know we need it. So that's why I'm not allowed to go shopping, because I know how to anticipate the things that are necessary inside this household to get us to survive the whatever's happening within the next week or the next time we need to go shop. That's why.
So is there a reason that half of my list that I send you with ends up not coming home, and the things that you intuitively know that we need are like chocolate chip cookies and popcorn and chips?
My intuition didn't say it was needed.
I guess we'll have chips and popcorn for dinner one night.
I guess so then. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so overall, yes to daring, right?
Yeah, all the way, all the yeses.
Right.
10 out of 10.
So I will let
with the seasoning too, because I like the seasoning. I don't know about her, but I'm on board.
So I will tell you that all of the packages are $8.
But I don't know the comparison in regards to other packages.
Right. So the Morningstar, the smaller size bag, is typically like $3.50, $4. So we are talking about double, or slightly a little less. Like nugs are pretty comparable in price. And I do think that you have to take into consideration a brand like Daring and a brand like Nugs. They're only creating a very specific product, and the entire thing is vegan. Whereas a brand like Morningstar, who is owned by Kellogg's, can, drive the cost down on their products because they have so many other brands and products and yada, yada, yada. Why are you staring at me?
I'm thinking we need to just put these bad boys back in here and bring that back to the store. Hold on, let me get these back inside. Let me get these back inside there. $8?
But I think it's important. Like if you're vegan and you only want to support vegan brands, and you don't want to support vegan brands that also have other non-vegan products, or that they are owned by a company that has non-vegan brands in their company portfolio, that.
So what you're saying is that Daring is not a subsidiary of a larger brand that may possibly own things that are outside of the veganism community.
That was my understanding.
Okay.
That it has not been bought out at this point.
Okay.
And I'm not. There's no shade if a company gets bought out. Like I'm all for companies doing what's best for them. But my understanding is that two vegans created this product, and they are still the ones that own the company. Okay.
So you made a couple good points, right? Number one good point is, if this is just strictly a vegan brand and it's from a vegan product, I'm all about that too. Like, support them as much as you can, because obviously that's the goal, right? The goal is that we try to get we have more plant-based meals in this world in some fashion. So I'm all for that. The next thing I want to say is, though, you made another good point with having companies like Morningstar that can drive the cost down. So basically what she's saying is the profit margin can be less on like their nuggets, because they can afford to have smaller profit margins on this, because something like their cereal, which is also like $3, has a larger profit margin of some crazy percent.
But I mean, they also have like like Kellogg's owning Morningstar. They also have a larger distribution. Like it's easy for them to get into Target and Walmart and Whole Foods and all of these big stores where
they got that weight. Yeah.
A company like Daring, they can't drive that cost down until they get into those stores and get the cost down. It's just like Just Egg came out into the market at $8 a bottle. You can now find it for like $4 to $5 depending on where you live. But it wasn't until it could get into, hundreds of stores and, sell millions of bottles until they could drive that cost down. It's going to be the same thing with this. Yeah. The more we buy, the lower the cost can potentially get.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So that just means we're going to have to spend more money on Daring for now.
But ultimately, what it's going towards. That's what's important, right? Although I'm all about not spending too much money. So get what's best for you, your household, and things like that. But if Daring's in the neighborhood and you got money to spend on them, I would say go for it.
And speaking of that, we didn't speak about where we bought this from. We found all 4 of them at Sprouts. I know that store is not everywhere. However, you can also purchase this online. I think you do have to spend $50 in order to get free shipping. Don't quote me on that. We're also going to try to get a coupon code, but don't hold us to that either. But check the description in case we find one.
If we do.
So hopefully we can help you guys out with that if Daring reaches back out to us.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, so we hope you guys. Did you have anything else?
I don't know. Do we have anything else to say? I don't think so.
You will see Daring start to pop up in our photos with like chicken Alfredo and vegan, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see this popping up in quite a few recipes because like my wheels are like turning on what we can make.
You think about the fact that there are a lot of things we haven't made just because we don't have anything very comparable.
Yeah.
So we're either making it like a chicken-less version of it, or we're not making it at all.
Right.
So yeah.
And I mean, as far as like, obviously there's tons of breaded chickens on the market, but as far as like the grilled chicken, the only one that's really out there, widely available right now is the Gardein frozen ones. And Gardein, we love you, but it doesn't compare it in the slightest little bit.
Nah, they don't. Not at all. Gardein, you my people, but nah, y'all don't. Step your game up.
It's like having like a bootleg Apple Watch versus an Apple Watch. Like there's just no comparison. That's probably not a good comparison.
I was gonna say that analogy is kind of wild because I've never had a bootleg one.
Neither have I. I don't even know.
So I'm gonna have to rain check on that one.
I guess what I was trying to say is like it's like buying like a Fit watch from like Five Below versus having like an Apple Watch or a Fitbit.
Okay.
Like that was the analogy that I was trying to go for.
Yeah, I mean, no, that's coming closer. I never had that either, but yeah, I guess. You know what I mean?
Just ignore me.
But no, I didn't have anything else on the subject. I'm really happy with this taste test. I'm really happy with the company.
Yeah.
I'm proud of them.
I want them to come out with more things though now. Also, like I want them. Like, what are you guys planning to do for like vegan pork and vegan sausage? Like, I need more from them. I hope they don't stop at just chicken.
Chicken, yeah. Well, I mean, chicken is what they conquered, right? You know what I mean? So maybe they maybe that's where they're at. Their market is just chicken. I would say that if you could come out with some variations of chicken, I'm with you. Like, come out with maybe a chicken breast. Or come out with maybe a shredded chicken, something like that. If that's your market, then that's all right. That's cool with me. Just mix it up with some of the other things that we don't necessarily get.
You're gonna like trademark like the best vegan chicken, the only vegan chicken needed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what it says, it's 1,000% not chicken though.
Yeah.
It's a step up. It's not a substitute. It's a step up.
Right.
So, rest of those companies need to step up.
For real. All right, we hope you guys like this video. Please like, subscribe, and if you have tried this, comment down below. Let us know if you agree with our thoughts. If not, comment down below and tell us which one you want to try first. And you got anything else?
if there's another brand out there that comes close, let us know, because this is what we found.
We're about to order it and try it.
Because I definitely want to see if anybody else compares.
I have heard about that one. I feel like we always like close and then we keep talking.
I know, right? Like,
the last couple
it's crazy.
videos. A lot of people keep talking, or I've seen a lot of people talk about, there's a small company called Atlas Monroe.
Okay.
That makes a fried vegan chicken.
Okay.
And I feel like we need to get that and try it and see if it's as good as everybody says it is.
Yeah.
It is very expensive, from my understanding.
Okay.
There's also that company in New York that we need to try that makes vegan oxtail.
I want to
Did
try
I tell you that?
all the vegan stuff. I feel like you did.
Okay.
I feel like you did, but I want to try it. I'm all about it. Let's try everything vegan.
I showed your
tell
mom,
everybody.
she
Tell the
was
whole world.
So confused.
What, my mom?
Yeah, about oxtail. She was like, I don't understand how it's vegan.
Yeah. Yeah, nah. I ain't mad at her.
Yeah. All right, guys. We hope you have a great week or weekend whenever you are watching this video, and we will see you guys soon.
Believe in good.
Bye.
Peace.